Guys, welcome to part 12 of practicing your RO cards with me. Today we'll take a set of different ROR cards so that you can practice identifying these cards, and this will help you during your orals examination. We'll start with the first card today. And the first card displays, or the first ship that we see is a day vessel. We've seen this vessel during the day, and we can see from the aspect of the vessel that this is the starboard side of the vessel. However, the main thing here is that this vessel is displaying three black balls in a vertical line, so we need to identify what they stand for. Alright, so when you see three black balls in a vertical line, this basically indicates as the vessel is aground. And when of course we are seeing it from the starboard side. When we see a vessel aground, we sound one short blast, alter course to starboard and reverse course by 180 degrees and inform the master. Because if we are not expecting the vessel to run aground, there is no shallow water or any wrecks around, and we see a vessel aground, it's better to reverse the course of the ship by 180 degrees and go in the opposite direction. Call the master till the master comes on bridge. Do not proceed along the original course. The night signal for a vessel aground is two all-round red lights in a vertical line, as well as an all-round white light forward and at stern. The working lights and the deck will be illuminated. If the length of the vessel is less than 100 meters, then the working light is not compulsory. And if the length of the vessel is less than 50 meters, then working lights as well as white light at the stern not compulsory, and the forward light will be placed where it can best be seen. The fog signal of this vessel, if the vessel's length is less than 100 meters, will be only rapid ringing of the bell for 5 seconds. However, if the vessel's length is more than 100 meters, then the rapid ringing of the bell will be in the forward part of the vessel for 5 seconds, followed by a rapid ringing of the gong aft for 5 seconds. Apart from that, 3 separate and distinct strokes on the bell before and after ringing of the bell, and an optional or appropriate whistle signal of 2 short and 1 prolonged blast may also be sounded for a vessel more than 100 meters in length. The next vessel, as you see, is again you seeing the starboard aspect of this vessel. From the aspect of the vessel, you can see that there are two cones with apexes together in a vertical line, which says that this could either be a fishing vessel or a trawler. But because there is an additional flag displayed as well, I know that this flag basically indicates that it's shooting nets. Alright, so this vessel is a trawler which is underway shooting nets seen from the starboard side. When you see this vessel, sound 2 short blasts, alter course to port. The night signal for this vessel will be an all-round green over white light in a vertical line to indicate it's in trawling operation. Masthead light above and higher than the green light shall also be displayed. When making way, the side lights and the stern lights should be displayed. If the length of the vessel is less than 50 meters, then a masthead light is not compulsory, and 2 all-round white lights in a vertical line at lower level than green and white lights to indicate that the vessel is shooting nets. Finally, the fog signal of this vessel will be 1 prolonged blast followed by 2 short blasts. The third vessel here is a bit tricky. You see only a 1 diamond shape, and you have to identify from this 1 diamond shape what it basically stands for. And this one is a bit of a different card. It's a bit complicated to identify. So basically this indicates the last of the inconspicuous partly submerged vessel or object towed. The length of the tow is less than or equal to 200 meters seen from the starboard side. When you see this vessel, sound 2 short blasts, alter course to port and pass clear of this vessel. The day signal or the night signal for the night lights for this vessel is if the breadth is less than 50 meters of this vessel, there will be an all-round white light forward and aft. If the breadth of the vessel is greater than or equal to 25 meters, then additional all-round white lights should be placed at the extremities of its breadth. If the length of the vessel is greater than 100 meters, then additional all-round white lights in between these lights at horizontal intervals of not less than or equal to 100 meters. Additionally, dracons or forward light is not compulsory. The fog signal for this vessel, it doesn't exist. The next card is also very similar to the previous card, and in this case you have 2 diamonds which indicate that it's the last of the inconspicuous partly submerged vessel or object towed. But in this case, the length of the tow is greater than 200 meters, which was not the case with the previous card. When you see this vessel, alter course away from the tug, giving appropriate signal. The lights are pretty much similar to what I told you before, based on the breadth of the vessel as well as the length of the vessel, and there is no fog signal for this. The next card here displays a flag as well as a black ball. The black ball in the forward part of the vessel basically indicates that this vessel must be at anchor. You are seeing the starboard aspect of this vessel, but there is a flag as well, and this flag is a hotel flag or a H flag, which indicates that this is a pilot vessel. So this is a vessel or a pilot vessel at anchor because the black ball is displayed and is seen from the starboard side. When you see this vessel, because the way the vessel is oriented, you may sound 2 short blasts, alter course to port and pass from its stern. The night signal or the night lights displayed by this vessel will be all round white lights over red lights in vertical line at or near the masthead, which indicates this is a pilot vessel. There will be an all round white light forward and at stern to indicate the vessel is at anchor. The working lights will also be used to illuminate the deck to indicate that the vessel is at anchor. If the length of the vessel is less than 100 meters, then working lights is not compulsory. If the length of the vessel is less than 50 meters, then working lights as well as white light at the stern is not compulsory, and forward white light should be placed where it can best be seen. The fog signal of this vessel is depending on the length. If the length is less than 100 meters, then only rapid ringing of the bell for 5 seconds. However, if the length is greater than or equal to 100 meters, there will be rapid ringing of the bell on the forward part of the vessel for 5 seconds, followed by a rapid ringing of the gong aft for 5 seconds, and optional signal of 4 short blasts may also be used. Then the next vessel here, as you can see, is displaying a flag again, and this flag indicates that the vessel is engaged in diving operations seen from the starboard side. 2 short blasts and alter course to port. An all-round red, white and red light in a vertical line may also be displayed to indicate that the vessel is restricted in her ability to maneuver due to diving operations. 1 prolonged blast followed by 2 short blasts may also be used as a fog signal for this kind of a vessel. Alright, so again there is only one flag here, and this flag will basically indicate that this vessel is engaged in diving operations. Alright, so we'll go into the last card for today, and this last card has a flag, it's not a flag but a cone with an apex downwards with a sailing flag, as you can see with a sailing flag, or rather a sailing mast. It's not a flag. It's a sailing vessel which is underway, also propelled by machinery and seen from the starboard side. If you see this vessel, maintain course and speed. The masthead lights will be forward and aft lit up at night. The side lights and stern lights to also indicate that it's being propelled by machinery and it's underway. The length of the vessel, if the length of the vessel is less than 50 meters, then the aft wind masthead light will not be compulsory. The fog signal for such a vessel would be, in case it's making way, then 1 prolonged blast, and if it's stopped, 2 prolonged blasts with 2 seconds interval in between. Alright, so I hope these sets of new cards helped you to practice with some kind of different cards this time. We are trying to use different sets of cards every time so that you get used to identifying different cards during your orals examination. Alright, so I hope this is useful. If it is, then send a like to me or send a comment to me, and keep watching and keep subscribing so that you get notification about my future videos as well. Bye guys, study hard.